This is Chicago's very own WGN News at 9.
Tomorrow marks 65 years since one of the worst school fires in our nation's history.
Our Lady of the Angels Catholic School in Chicago's Humboldt Park left a staggering number of children and 3 nuns dead. WGN's Jackie Bang looks back through the eyes of survivors.
Our Lady of the Angels Parish was the center of the community, home to generations of families who grew up attending the school and the church. But their lives were forever changed on that frigid Monday in 1958.
I could remember it was the end of the day. It was around 2:30.
All this black smoke came in, and all the kids started panicking.
December 1st, 1958, a fire which started in a paper-filled barrel in the basement slowly simmered. 15 minutes later, it grew, enveloping the north wing of the school, trapping hundreds of students on the second floor. Laura Bisconti was in room 208.
Sister Kenise, who was our nun, she went to open the door and more smoke came in. And so she said, keep them closed, do not go out. Lay on the floor, put your head down and just pray.
Ron Sarno was 10, trapped in room 210 with his younger sister, Joanne.
We got separated in the chaos, and I managed to get to the window, and I was hanging out, and I don't know if I was pushed, but I went head first and landed on my feet.
The fire hadn't reached the south wing of the second floor, but 11-year-old Steve Dumovich witnessed the terror from his classroom across the courtyard.
All the windows went up and smoke started coming out and the kids started screaming and yelling.
Beth Troca was on the first floor, which was protected by the only fire door in the building. She was unharmed. At 7 years old, she didn't understand the gravity unfolding right in front of her.
I recall firemen bringing children in their arms and laying them down in the grass in front of the rectory. And I thought they had fainted.
Firefighters were delayed because they were given the wrong address. When they arrived, they were met with higher than normal windows. Their rescue ladders were too short. The only option for the children was to jump.
The windowsill started getting really hot, and I didn't know if I should jump or burn. You're scared to death of everything.
She jumped 25 feet. Her face bloodied, her cheeks and hair burned. In the same room, Lucy Mordini was pushed out. She was hospitalized with burns from her arm to her back. And for Ron Sarno, an unimaginable loss.
And my sister was just a lovable little girl.
His 9-year-old sister Joanne, who was in the same room, was killed, as was his 13-year-old brother Billy.
As a kid, it really didn't sink in yet. I had fear, self-pity, guilt.
92 children and 3 nuns perished. Dozens more were hospitalized. The loss shocked the city and the nation. Initially, people blamed the school's janitor, James Raymond, for shoddy cleanup in the basement. 4 of his 7 children were in the school, including then 12-year-old Thomas. Silent all these years, he spoke only to us.
We got a lot of phone calls at night, the middle of the night. People would call and threaten all of us, him, and then they would get us too. Probably from, parents that lost kids, so you really, they were looking for someone to blame, and he did take a lot of blame.
It was later learned Thomas's father was a hero, unlocking room 207 and rescuing more than 40 children.
He did everything he could. I mean, it was probably extraordinary. He went out of his way.
He went through hell. They thought he was drunk and this and that, and he just was wonderful. He was a savior. He saved a lot of kids.
Most believe a student caused the fire. Years later, Cicero police caught and questioned a teenager who committed arson there and allegedly confessed to the OLA fire.
He was a student at the school. We feel that he's a very good suspect.
Is he in custody?
He's not in custody at this time. He was referred to his family.
That boy was never charged.
We have seen hope in the tear-stained faces
of the bereaved.
What followed were endless funerals. 7,000 people attended the mass funeral for 27 of the victims at the Armory. For survivors, what struck them was how little was said in the aftermath, including from the Archdiocese.
You were told not to talk about it.
At that time, there wasn't, nobody knew about PTSD, nobody knew about counseling. It was not something that was done back then.
I remember the nuns and the priests telling us that this was God's will. And I thought, what kind of God would will this, that 90 plus children and 3 nuns die?
The survivors are now in their late 70s. What happened on that day is as clear to them as it was in 1958, and they don't want those memories to leave with them. They want the story of Our Lady of the Angels Fire to be told for generations to come.
This is a huge event in Chicago's history, and we feel that it should be remembered.
I want my brothers and sisters' memory memorial to be honored, and I want the legacy of this tragedy. I don't want people to ever forget it.
Their legacy not only left an indelible mark on the survivors, but on children nationwide. We'll explain in our next report. Jackie Bang, WGN News.
And tomorrow night, Jackie looks at the sweeping changes to fire codes in schools and how some of the survivors carried on that legacy through public service. Incredible story.
More to come.